Dezer Platinum International. Trump Towers, Porsche Design Towers and Plazas, and Lalique Towers. I'm not going to show you anything to do with real estate except what happens when you're successful in it and you make lots of money and you can have a huge car collection in 2 huge buildings. I've been walking through this collection for the last couple hours, and we've seen all these kind of cars, kind of sort of more or less, micro cars, Studebakers, Bentleys. There's a lot of stuff here. Panhards, Panhards, Cushmans, micro cars, mini cars, maxi cars, Citroën cars, motorcycles, endless cars and pop riveted repair jobs on some of the cars. They come in every shape and size, and this fellow has collected them all. There is so much here, I can't show it to you all. There's beautiful displays. There's a Citroën Woody, 1986 Citroën Woody. There's bicycles, the Mona Lisa's here. All we're missing is the Eiffel Tower. So I can't show you the whole collection. It would just take too long. Come to North Miami and look up the Dezer, D-E-Z-E-R automobile collection. You got to see it. He's got so many Cushman motorcycles, so many Italian mini bikes, Motobecans, and he's got 2 really interesting cars. An Israeli Sabra. And I can't speak or read Hebrew, but I'll read this to you. The Sabra sports car was born when Autocars Company, an Israeli firm, decided to build a sports car for debut at the New York Auto Show in 1961. They made it an Ashley fiberglass body with a Leslie Bellamy chassis. Power was provided by a Ford 1703 4-cylinder engine and transferred through a 4-speed manual gearbox. The name Sabra was chosen because of its Hebrew meaning born in Israel and cactus, the car logo. It was available in either a coupe, there's a convertible over there, I'll show it to you in a minute, coupe or convertible, where were we? And carried a price tag of $3,500. That was $500 more than an Austin Healey in 1961. $3,000 would get you a Cadillac, I think. It has been stored in a climate-controlled private museum and has the optional chrome bumperettes and luggage rack. I think they're referring to the convertible over there, and I'll get to that in a second. The chrome glass blisses complementing high gloss red repaint, top and upholstery reflect the car's age. Dash and gauges are original and in impeccable condition. While the car does run and drive, it has not been registered for many years, and it's worth $25,000, $30,000. When's the last time you saw a Sabra? There's nice form-fitting bucket seats, a mini rear seat, good for groceries. Right next to it is a wire-wheeled, is this a TC? MGTC with nice Lucas Home Before Dark electrics. The Prince of Darkness. And that is a Sabra. And there's World War I fighter bombers overhead. There is so much to see here. Here's a Rolls-Royce 2002 convertible just sitting here in the museum. And here is Alexander Converted. What the heck does that mean? Is it a modernized Sabra? Sure looks like one. Doesn't have the luggage rack though. It's got the S on the hubcap. Needs alloy wheels. Just walking through this whole collection, the beach in Haifa, Israel, I think, just walking through this collection would take an hour if I didn't stop and look at every single Citroën, Tatra, Renault Caravelle. There's even a Moscovich. There's a whole bunch of DAFs and some Saabs and Ferraris. I haven't gotten to the Ferraris yet. That's a body by Pininfarina Alfa Romeo, probably 79 or 80, 91. Yeah, some of these cars are in original as parked condition. Some are restored, some are cosmetically restored, some are body off restored, and most of them are old and interesting, and there's even a liquor cellar. Fiat 600, Volvo with windshield wipers on the flat halogens, a couple of Saabs. Do these have the 3-cylinder, 2-stroke engines? 1996. What? I think it's a little older than that, like 1966. Well, that's me. DAFs, motorcycles. This is an Aero Roadster. There's just too much here to see. There's supposed to be an auction going on. It's just a Felicia. Skoda Felicia. Not only did the Czechoslovakian-built Skoda begin to appear in Euro showrooms in the late 50s, the small car line managed to sell in fair numbers to American customers. In fact, an occasional earlier post-war Skoda had managed to trickle into the North America headed for Canada. If not for the U.S. ports, very rare limited production, only about 100 Felicias were sold in the U.S. during 1959. Huh, never even heard of a Skoda Felicia. How the heck did it end up here? Nobody will ever know. Fiat Jolly 600, Renault Caravelle, rear engine, water cooled with the radiator behind the engine. There's just too much to see here. This is a crazy museum. There's so much, and there's so many cool displays and scooters and Porsches and VWs and Mercedes and walls of paintings and pictures and displays and an amphicar with a Triumph Herald engine and propellers. Fisher made one of those out of a Subaru. IFA. What is an IFA? No idea. What's that? Audi. Auto Museum. Something. Just keep walking around and walking around. There's so many displays and so many cool cars. What a tremendous museum. Auto Union Audi 1000. Audi. Can't read them all. If I stood here and read everything to you, Morris Garage. State of Florida. That looks like a sticker from the 60s. The Sunshine State. Eat grapefruit and drink orange juice. 1957 MG Magnet. The automobile manufacturer MG used the Magnet name on the K-type and N-type cars in the 30s. Blah, 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 blah. Too much to read. 1967 Amphicar. The Love Bug. Arse. London, freshly squeezed. Hello. Charles Dickens. Morris, 8. Beep, beep, beep. Just too much to look at here. Is this a Morgan? MG replica. Yeah, that's an MG replica, whatever that is. Here's a TD with steel wheels, 1952. Hillman, Crossley. It's just crazy. So much to see. There's ships up on top, and Britain, and the Houses of Parliament, and Bobbies, and Thatcher, the Iron Lady. Coal miners strike. Yeah. Gaze for the Coal Miners. That was a good movie. That was fun. Boats and motors and miners. You want to see all the cars, don't watch my video, come to the museum. Cool. Speedboat. Razorback with an Evinrude. Ole Evinrude made those. V-Power. Whatever it says. Can't read it. Beautiful collection of mini boats with little motors, little parts. Johnson Seahorse. Johnson Seahorse single, minor, Evinrude, OMC Outboard Motors Corporation, Mercury Hurricane. Wowzer, wowzer, wowzer. You got to come to this museum. I can't show you all the stuff there is here. This is just the end of it. There's rows and rooms and hundreds of thousands of square feet. Johnson Seahorse 25. Cable controlled. He even has the gas tank. How do? More motors. Can't show it all. Just tons of it. North Miami, the Dezer Automobile Museum, and much, much more. There really is a lot more here. Microcars. Trusses made of rebar holding up concrete. Cool construction. Huh. Use rebar to make trusses. 1/2-inch rebar, 7/16 rebar, 5/8 rebar. Microcars. Solito? What the heck is a Solito? How do you like that? A rebar steering wheel. Yep, basic. A Messerschmitt. Oh, baby. Harley Davidson, Indians. Messerschmitt. Lenertz, Brussels, Belgium. Lenertz, whatever that is. Looks like a mini gas-powered Harley, kind of, sort of. There's so much to see here. Whew. Go figure. I just punched into Hemmings Motor News. Car Museum, February 25th. This came up. There's supposed to be a car auction here today, but I haven't seen any signs of any auctions. All kinds of stuff, all kinds of photos. 2 engines. That thing really flies, or really flew. Gas pumps. So much power for that. The BD5 microjet. Could actually fly that. Yeah, was used in the famous James Bond movie Octopussy. Wow. Wow. 1900, 1910. There's so much to see here. Wahoo bomb by Japanese. Wright brothers take the sky. Iraq invades Kuwait. More cars, more trucks, more Cushmans. Cushman fire truck. Military vehicles, even a fake Duesenberg. What a great reproduction. I thought it was real until I saw the door handle. I said, wait a second. Ford. Looks pretty real to me. It's got front disc brakes with big calipers. I don't know what it is or what it was. Looks pretty authentic. I thought it was real. There's just endless cars, endless stuff to see. And there's also another museum across the driveway, the parking lot. So we'll be busy looking around at the Dezer Museum in North Miami, Florida. The Dezer collection. That is so cool. All this old stuff. Thanks for inviting us.